there's a lot of allegations flying around at this day and age. Yeah, 2025 seems to be the year of the truth. A lot of allegations, a lot of speculation floating around these big hip hop stars, people that portrayed to us for years of being gangster. Well, now there's some new paperwork floating around on fatjoe. Yeah, the Bronx needs answers. New York City, we need answers. We also need proof. Let's talk about it.
This is Harlem legend, no cap, no trap, no trap. Oh, this is Harlem legend, no cap, no trap, no trap. Hey, this is Harlem legend, no cap. Harlem legend TV, we the realest on the screen. Breaking down the culture, keeping everything clean. Hip-hop stories raw, nothing in between. From the block to the world, we chasing a dream. I see the world through a lens so wide. Every hood story, every truth they hide. I'm the pulse of the block where the truth resides. Harlem legend TV, where the realness abides. Harlem legend TV, where the realness abides. Harlem legend TV, where the realness abides.
Yo, 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 yo. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy E Oil, aka the Harlem Legend, man. Look, we are not here to paint narratives, but I will paint the picture for y'all and let y'all make the determination of what you see for your own eyes. Do you believe it? I got to keep it real, y'all. We got to get right into this one. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you set your bell notification so you know when I'm dropping a video or going live. Now, we got to talk. We got to go right up to the Bronx with this one. Yeah, the South Bronx to be exact. Trinity Avenue. Yeah, the legend. You heard the TS legend, Terror Squad, fatjoe. There's paperwork floating around the internet right now with fatjoe being accused of being a rat. Yeah, being accused of telling these FEDs, the federal government, of what's really going on in the streets. Now, we've seen fatjoe plenty of times speak about his past, how gangster he was, and how he actually put on for New York City. Right? I got to keep it 100. He's been out here putting on for New York City since the late 80s, early 90s to mid 90s. Hey, look, it is what it is. He has a legacy, ladies and gentlemen. Like at the end of the day, a lot of people follow fatjoe. No matter if he capping on his show, whatever it is, people want to hear these stories about fatjoe. We also know he's going through a bunch of legal situations right now in his career where he's losing money and probably gaining a little and losing a little bit more because he's going through it with TA right now. You heard his ex-hype man who is suing him and brung some egregious accusations against him. I got to be real. They are egregious. You heard? And at the end of the day, that's getting sorted out now. But on top of that, there has been paperwork that has dropped. Okay, so there was a big time gangster. You heard big time gangster. You heard from the Bronx. His name was Ray's. Big time gangster from the Bronx, man. Jose Muette, aka Ray's. But this is the paperwork that's floating around. Let's try to decipher a little bit of this, right? Trinity Ave, Mr. Cartagena stated that he also sold crack on Union Avenue. That's how he got his nickname, Joey Crack. Mr. Cartagena stated that Marquillo killed a guy named Truth on Kingsbridge Road for a crew called 25 to Mr. Cartagena. Cartagena is also fatjoe, y'all. That's his last name. Mr. Cartagena stated that one day Marquillo, Fat Chino, Arnold Rodriguez looking for a shooter. Arnold Rodriguez went looking for a shooter. Mr. Cartagena stated that they wanted to kill a guy by the name of Ray's. I want y'all to keep that in mind, the name Ray's. Jose Muette that's his real name, Ray's real name, who was a leader of the Nasty Boys. So that was a big time crew out in the Bronx at one time in the early 90s to the mid 90s to the, late 90s. Nasty Boys from Hunts Point. Mr. Cartagena stated that through he didn't know Ray's personally, he knew him during the 80s when he was a graffiti writer and leader of the Casanova crew. The Casanova fought with the squad of crew from Forest Projects. Mr. Cartagena stated that it was Ray's who killed Chupo. You heard? I guess one of his mans in them, man. Herman Figueroa. Mr. Cartagena stated that Pistol Pete, we all know who Pistol Pete is. You heard? One of the terror squad enforcers. Stated that Pistol Pete and Charlie Rock, associates of Mr. Cartagena, knew Ray's from prison and that he was a rat hunter, a New York prison gang, and another rat hunter. Gave Ray's a spot in Hunts Point when he came home. Mr. Cartagena stated that both Ray's and Afro were taking contract hits. Mr. Cartagena stated that Fat Chino wanted a shooter that Ray's didn't know. Mr. Cartagena stated that Julio Benitez, Ray's brother-in-law, paid a guy named Chucky to kill Ray's. Ray's was shot inside a building in Hunts Point. So as you can see, they just snitching all the way around the board. Hey, look, if this is real, allegedly, they saying Fat Joe wrote these statements. This is all allegedly, ladies and gentlemen. I need y'all to decipher this and let me know. I went back and did my homework and tried to look up this paperwork. I can't find it. I need some type of numbers or something, y'all. Whoever's putting out this kind of paperwork, this can be devastating in somebody's career. That's why I feel like we need proof. New York need more than this. The Bronx need more than this. Harlem need more than this, than just somebody saying this. This could have been typed up by anybody. I'm just keeping it 100. But now things get a little bit more spooky, right? Because Ray's actually spoke, right? On April 10th, 1997, brothers John and Jose Muette, which is Ray's, Jose Muette is Ray's and John is his brother, and their 3 co-defendants were convicted of RICO murder and various offenses arising out of their participation in the Bronx-based Nasty Boys criminal enterprise. So this man is serving life on top of life sentences, okay, for his role in a group called the Nasty Boys, which were gangsters from the Bronx. I gotta let you hear what Jose, the once leader that's serving life on top of life on top of life, has to say about this situation. Pay attention, y'all, because this might get a little nasty. Salute.
Gentlemen, we have Jose Lazarus Muette, aka Ray's. This is Demigod. Pleasure to have you here today, Ray's. Thanks for the interview.
It's a pleasure speaking with you.
So, what were you convicted of and sentenced to?
I was convicted of racketeering, drug trafficking, and 12 murders. I was charged with being the leader of the Nasty Boy organization in the Hunts Point section of the Bronx. I was sentenced to 14 life sentences plus 205 years.
I have to ask, how authentic is this paperwork on Fat Joe?
I mean, what did you ask me? Did I sit in prison for 30 years and forge paperwork against someone who I don't know, who doesn't know me, and whose paths never crossed? Look, Demigod, there are a lot of people who have never been in the feds, and so they are making comments without understanding anything. About 3 months ago, I was talking with someone who had just came off the streets, and he mentioned the paperwork on Joe. He said that he checked out all the names of the agents and the prosecutor, and they were legit. Now, with that said, why is it that others couldn't do this as well? What people don't know is that statement comes from a proffer. For those who don't know what a proffer is, it is when you give information to the feds. There are thousands of so-called gangsters running around in the streets who did a proffer, and we would never know this. There were literally hundreds of statements made against me. Many of them I didn't see until years later. Some I still haven't.
So as y'all can see, excuse me, Jose Muette, a.k.a., you heard, a.k.a. Rays, says Fat Joe, he didn't say Fat Joe, but he said this is a proffer statement. This is what they do when they talking to the feds. You heard? Hey, I don't know. Y'all let me know down in the comment section. But is this a proffer agreement for Fat Joe to get out of whatever he was into? I don't know. But this man also stated there's plenty of people that told on him. He just don't know who they are. A lot of them he didn't even know. A lot of people were making statements and he didn't even know. This is wild, ladies and gentlemen. I need y'all to tell me. You heard all the old school gangsters. Is this real? Is this a real statement by Fat Joe? You heard the Terror Squad boss? Is Jose Muette, a.k.a. Rays, the man that's serving 14 life sentences? Yeah, he's serving 14 life sentences, y'all. I got to be real. Plus 200 plus years for 12 bodies in the BX. Was this man telling the truth that that's a proffer agreement? And at the end of the day, a lot of people told on him. Is that how it works? A lot of people could tell on you and you just don't know who they are? Look, I'm not making no opinions on this until I get hardcore facts. I have to have hardcore facts. Is this enough proof for you? Is this enough proof for New York? Is this enough proof for the Bronx? I'm just saying, y'all. There's a lot of snitchy going on around here, and I'm not putting nothing on nobody. This is all alleged. They suing people out here, y'all. Yo, it's your boy E Oil, a.k.a. the Harlem Legend, man. Make sure you get down in the comment section. Make sure you let me know. Is this real? Because I remember Fat Joe giving 6ix9ine advice. Is it possible he should have took his own?